Hey, friends! Welcome to my YouTube channel, Poverty Hill Adventures. Today's video is going to be another odds and ends video, or as I like to call them, an Oddments video. This one will be Oddments number 105. Some of you may have a favorite cast iron skillet or a cast iron Dutch oven. Well, I'm no different. In our house, my wife has a very old cast iron skillet, and it was her grandmother's, and it's been in the family for ever, and she uses it all the time to cook things. Well, the other day, the bottom of it was getting pretty crusty, and I cleaned it up, and I discovered a maker's mark on it, and the mark was W-A-P-A-K, Wapak, I guess, and I was expecting Griswold or maybe an old lodge or something like that. Well, it turns out that Wapak Cast Iron Company has been around for a long time. So I wanted to share this with everybody in case you see a Wapak frying pan out there, or a Dutch oven or whatever, to keep an eye out for them. Here is a super simple way to cook up pheasant or grouse, game birds. Might even work good with turkey. I don't know about wild turkey, but I know pheasant, it turns out real good. The pictures are self-explanatory, and I just wanted to show everybody. I like to share this stuff with folks. you might think you're in control. You know, I mean, you might think I got this under control. Well, there's one thing that none of us have control over, and that's the weather. And the first day of spring, wouldn't you know it, we got snow. We had a super mild winter except for a week of blizzard. The rest of the winter has been just super mild, and wouldn't you know it, on the first day of spring, we get hit with a little snow. In a recent Oddments video, odds and ends video, I showed everybody a look at an old vintage TC Thompson Center Renegade muzzle loading rifle. Well, in this odds and ends video, I'm going to show everybody a Thompson Center Hawken, which was very popular back in, I would say, the early 80s. And this particular one is a beauty. It's been well taken care of. And I wanted to show everybody the fit and the finish on this muzzle loader. For a factory gun, they're really nice guns. Unfortunately, they're not being made anymore. The inlines have kind of taken the business away from traditional percussion muzzle loaders somewhat, but they're still out there and they're still available on the used market. So let's take a look at a Thompson Center Hawken percussion. Sure is nice to have friends that are out there looking out for you. My friends, Don and Cheryl, neighbors and friends, were at an estate sale, a big estate sale, and they discovered all of these old rusty hand saws, panel saws, and some double man cross-country saws. And they were thinking of me, and they picked up some of them because they know I like to paint pictures on them, paint paintings on them. So I just want to say thank you to Cheryl and Don for thinking of me. The saws are a wonderful surprise, and thank you. Very interesting with old carpenter saws is the amount of them that have the previous owner's name or initials scratched in them, carved in them, painted on them, whatever. A large proportion of them have some sort of identifying mark from the previous owner. So the only thing that I can think of is that back when these saws were popular, probably anywhere from the 40s to maybe the 60s, maybe a little later, I don't know. Some of these saws are pretty old, and there was a lot of borrowing and not returning of tools back then. So, and the other interesting thing is on the large cross-cut, logging type saws, 2-man, 1-man Not one of those. Not one of those have I ever found initials or a name scribed in them. So I guess either they were real protective of those saws or else nobody borrowed them. Remember when you were a kid and you ordered something mail order, maybe at the back of a comic book, and every day you went to that mailbox expecting to see that item show up in the mail, and it went on and on and on, and every day you rushed to the mailbox. Well, I have been waiting very patiently. I ordered a new canvas tent from Panther Primitives back in December. And for those of you who aren't aware, Panther Primitives, the owner is retiring. And they're no longer going to be making tents. This is after 40 some years of making just amazing, legendary canvas tents. They're going to be stopping production soon. But I got in at the very end of them taking orders, and I ordered a new 12 by 12 one pole hunter style tent with a teepee door and a stove jack in it. And I have been waiting and waiting. And now they told me it was going to take some time, so it's not their fault. It's just I was anxious and impatient. Well, the other day the UPS man dropped off my new tent, and I can't wait to set it up and use it this year. I've got to go out and cut a new center pole for it, but that'd be kind of fun to do. I'll find a nice hardwood pole for the tent, and take my draw knife and peel off the bark and cut it to a length. The 12 by 12 takes a 8-foot, 2-inch, I think that's what the instruction said, pole. I'll have to double check, but it's about an 8-foot something center pole. So stay tuned for me setting up and using that new. Kevin, how you doing, man?
Oh, pretty good.
Come on in.
Just thought I'd stop by, tell you about my day yesterday. I'm going on this Adirondack trip. Joe and I are going on it at the end of May.
Yeah?
Well, yesterday I figured I'd come over and show you some stuff. Yesterday I went to the fisherman's swap meet down at the fire hall.
Okay.
Oh, what an awesome! I got so much stuff for the trip.
And I see you got some stuff. You're bringing some stuff with you?
Yeah.
Why don't we sit down at the kitchen table and you can show me what you got?
Oh, cool. Tons of stuff. Joe and I have never fished for large fish like this before. And boy, the deals at the swap meet, I paid $2 and $3 a piece for lures. $2 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at all these. Let's watch my finger.
Don't hug yourself.
$2 a piece.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. I was totally amazed. I got so much good stuff. These perch here, these were $3 a piece.
Wow.
I bought 3 of those.
Cool.
There's another one, $3 a piece. And, look at these. Paid a tiny bit more for the jointed pikeys. I got 4 of these jointed pikeys. And this one here's a deep diver. These guys were $3.75 a piece.
Wow.
Swap meet. I got it on the other side here.
You didn't get any jitterbugs.
Oh well,
I figured you probably found one
there
or two
was
there.
one or two. Let me show you these guys here. A bit tangled up in there. This big old whopper,
That's bigger than most of the fish I catch.
$3.
Wow.
And where do you see this guy? Look at this guy.
A big rebel.
Yep, $3.
Cool.
Yeah. So jitterbugs. Oh yeah. Let's see. I picked up this old jointed jitterbug here.
All right.
That's got to be a bass killer, and I bet you big northern would go after that. But also, and I had a couple in my collection, but I bought 2 of them. I've never fished with them. I'm kind of excited to fish with them. These are the musky jitterbugs that they make.
Wow.
These are, and as you can see,
yeah,
quite a bit bigger than a regular jitterbug.
They're double the size of a regular jitterbug.
Yep, definitely. So I am also, there's several of these lures I'm pretty excited to fish with, but I'm excited to be throwing these out.
I painted up a canoe paddle for you for your trip there. Maybe you can squeeze it in a video or something. And
Brian, this is awesome.
And I put that saying that you always use about life being the greatest adventure of all.
Greatest
put
adventure
that on
of
the
all,
handle,
yes.
And maybe you can put it in your Adirondack canoe fishing adventures that are coming up.
Yeah, Brian, I definitely will use this. This is awesome. And I couldn't think of a more fantastic thing to use for the. It'll be a series of videos, and it's going to be titled "Adirondack Adventure: 2 Old Loons Go Fishing."
I like it. That's a good one. I like it. So
well, you kind of inspired that.
Oh, me being an old loon, yeah. Hey, I know you mentioned it in the last video, but for those out there that didn't watch the last video, when is the Adirondack trip, the big Adirondack fishing excursion, going to happen?
It's going to be happening right at the end of May and the beginning of June.
Until next time, everybody, take care. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on trucking. And remember to believe in yourself even when no one else does.